So this last weekend, took a little trip and was down in Florida for the weekend. And of course, you got to eat. So was looking for a good place to grab breakfast. And what's the first thing I did? I pulled out the trusty old phone. I typed in, "Hey Google, what's a local breakfast place near me?" And obviously got some great responses and some great answers. But that really led me to talk about reviews and how reviews impacted our decision. Because as we're scrolling through all of the list of available restaurants that were near us, it was really important to us to look at what their star rating was. And if they had a 4-star rating, a 3-star rating, a 4.8, a 4.4, it really played into our decision as to where we selected for breakfast. And I'm sure that's the same thing for your business. Whether you're in the restaurant industry, retail sales, any sort of service-based industry, or really anything where you need to sell to somebody. Well, that's what we're going to talk about today. Welcome to Down Digi, where we're getting down to the business of digital marketing. We're thrilled to have you join us today. I'm your host, Karina Keys, coming to you from Key Media Solutions. One of the statistics that I saw when I was looking at this is that almost 90% of consumers read online reviews, like I did, before they actually make a decision on where they're going to do their business. And that's not really an uncommon statistic. If you really talk to your customers or have your customer service people talk to them, you're probably going to hear a similar statistic. So how do we determine the value of what those reviews are? Where should we start? How do you gather those reviews? Let's break that down for you today. So at a very basic minimum, we know that you should have at least 5 Google reviews for your business to help improve your SEO rankings. And obviously, the more reviews you get, the better off it is, right? So if you have 50 reviews or 500 reviews, that number is a little bit different for each business, for each industry, for what you're working towards, the type of publicity that you need around that. But we know that when you have reviews, it builds loyalty. It tends to add trustworthiness to your product before you ever get somebody on the phone to try to promote yourself or gain a sale. So the best way to find out where your reviews stand and what shows up when people look for you is start by going to an incognito browser. So open up your browser window and in the upper right corner, just choose to go into incognito and then search for your business and see what reviews come up. We know there's going to be negative reviews, right? We can't avoid that. One, there's a bunch of just spammers out there and trolls that are trying to make you look bad, whether they've worked with you or not worked with you, it doesn't matter. And Moz recently did a study that showed that if you have 1 to 2 negative results in the top page of those reviews, when you go into that incognito window that show up, it really results in about a 22% loss of revenue. And if you have more than 4 negative reviews that are at the top of the page and on that first page, it is almost a 70% loss in revenue for your business organization just because of those reviews. So the good news is that when you have positive reviews, you get the opposite, right? You get that lift, you build that trustworthiness, and it makes people spend money with you. In fact, most customers will actually spend more money with you if you have positive reviews and at least a 4+ rating. So how do we do that? One, we want to make sure that we do deal with those bad reviews. Don't ever leave a bad review ignored. Don't leave it without comments. Go in, make a comment, deal with the situation, and then try to take the conversation offline. So if it truly was a customer that had a negative experience, sympathize with them, state that you hear them, and ask them to email you or to share contact information so that you can talk to them in person or via email to resolve the issue. Don't try to resolve the issue within the review format. If it's somebody that has never done business with you, that you've not had any experience with, you're not sure why they're leaving you a negative review, ask the question. Say, hey, I see you're unhappy with our service, you're unhappy with our product, but we don't show record of you purchasing our product. Can you explain to me why you're unhappy with it? They're not going to respond, but what's going to happen is other people that see that review are going to understand that that's just one of those trolls that are out there, and they're not going to give it a lot of credibility. Because unfortunately, we can appeal a review to Google, but it's very, very unlikely that they're actually going to remove a negative review. But we also want to talk about our positive reviews, right? We want to make sure that we acknowledge them. We thank people for leaving us a review. We put a comment on there and let them know that we heard them as well. And that also tells other people that are reading those reviews that we really care about our customers and that we care about what they have to say to us. And we're not just there to get a number or to make a sale. So also, you want to build your reviews. So if you don't have enough reviews for your business or you think that there should be more, make a strategic decision to do an ongoing campaign. Don't just do like a one-time push to get 5 or 6 reviews on there or 10 or 50 reviews and then not do it again. Consistently ask your customers while they're happy with your service to leave you a review. You can do this through an automated email. So when somebody signs a contract, somebody completes a sale with you, they automatically get an email asking them to leave you a review. Thank you for your business. We appreciate your service. Would you mind leaving us a review? Here's a link to Google. Here's a link to Yelp. Here's a link to our Facebook page. All of those will make a difference. Now, less than 10% are actually going to do it, but 10% are still going to do it. So it's worth that effort. Ask your salespeople to call their customers and say, hey, could you really help us out? You've been a great loyal customer for us. Would you mind helping us out by going to our page and leaving us a review and telling us about your experience with us? That also works really, really well. And whether you're in the B2B marketing or marketing to consumers, in either way, those reviews will have a positive impact on your business, will drive revenue, and make the job easier for your salespeople. Thanks for joining us today for Down Digi. I hope you know more now than you did 5 minutes ago. Until next week, cheers.